So now, how old was you when you went to prison?
I was 3 months before I turned 18.
3 months before you turned 18. How much time did you do?
17.
Did 17 years?
On a 22 years, sir.
Along that journey, what made you go to prison?
I ain't choose. I finally got caught up.
You went to prison for robbery?
Robberies and kidnappings. Escape charge.
How many robberies and kidnappings did they?
3 robberies, a kidnapping, and escape charge.
Once you got caught up for robbery, kidnapping, and everything, did you feel any kind of relief? Like, how did you feel about it?
I thought it was a joke until I got that time. I just knew I was going to get out, but I didn't. And when I got that time, I started thinking. And then they told me, yeah, you got to do about this 11 to get out. That's if you make parole. So I just started acting a fool the whole time in prison until like about 5 years before I got out. I started chilling out. I started getting more low to my religious thing. And started really thinking about life. First few years in prison.
If you could go back to that kid, if you could go back to that kid that first got molested, what would you would have done?
I really don't think that I don't regret anything I live now and regret anything I did or went through because it just made me stronger and better. So would I change anything? I don't think I would. I don't think I would.
So it's a kid out there right now. She's about to experience the same thing that happened to you. What would you tell her?
Whoa. I mean, it's hard. Being through that, it's hard to tell somebody, though. If I tell you go talk to somebody, it's hard. It's not easy to just walk up to somebody and be like, oh, this is happening to me. So, I mean, that would be the good thing to do, the best thing to do, but being in that situation, you ain't gonna think or have the courage to do that.
But we trying to get them encouraged.
Yeah.
We trying to make that person that is, before they go through the psychological effect, we want them to make some choices, some decisions. Let's get out. Because that, what you were going through, you became not just heartless, you became very violent. You didn't just become violent towards others, you became violent towards your own mother. And that's the most precious person in the world. And I know that everybody deal with pain different. Everybody deal with pain different. And so that's why I'm asking you, like, if you had any kind of words for a young woman that's kind of like in this kind of household, do you even regret like fighting your mom?
Now I do. Back when I was doing what I was doing, I felt like I was justified for what I was doing, but now, because I mean, she just gave me the best she knew. I mean, that's how she feels valued by a man. So that's all she knows. It's like that's how she grew up. She couldn't give me something she didn't know nothing about. So now that I understand that, I be like, yeah. I feel guilty for what I did to her, but at that time, I just felt like I was stuck there.
But, I mean, I understand. I really understand. You know, I don't feel like that there's nobody that's supposed to touch their mom. I mean, that's just my thing of thinking. But hurt people. And sometimes hurt people that, and they don't care who it is. They don't care what it is. So as you went on your journey of hurting people, do you ever just think about all the people that you hurted? How do you feel about it? Now, how do you feel about it?
I feel guilty because they really didn't deserve that, but how my mind then, my mind now, it's just, it was no emotion. She barely wasn't even thinking back then. So now it's just like, yeah. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain it, but.
You explaining it the best way you know how, and I understand. Everybody don't know how to conversate when it come down to like expressing certain pains. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that you got the opportunity to just come here, express yourself, and to be able to go down this journey, because it's a lot of young women just like you. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to react. They up under a certain code that says you don't supposed to snitch. An innocent kid don't have a code. You was an innocent kid. But with all the conversation, don't snitch, it made you feel like, I can't tell nobody because I don't want to be classified. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And it's sickening that you have to go through so much abuse because of a code that they putting on kids. Innocent kids. Innocent, you innocent. You innocent. You just wanted to live a regular life. A code. Now we look at you like, come on, man. 17 years of your life is gone. The pain that you endured, you could never get that back. Like, do you ever feel like that you ever find that happiness and that peace in your life again?
Well, I got a son. So.
I love it.
That's it. Yeah.
Do it make you overprotective of your son?
Well, I wasn't in his life for most of his life, so.
Okay.
It's just amazing.
So how old you was when you had your son?
I was 16. Yeah, 16.
You was a baby. Damn. So how do you have conversations with him?
Yeah, he doesn't like to be told nothing right now. He's like 20, he's 23, so he's living his life out on the streets doing his thing. Can't stop him from doing that because he's always like, you ain't been there, my daddy ain't been there, I'm like, how do I answer that? Like,
I want to talk to him. I want him to come here. I want to sit down right here with him. I want to have a conversation with him. Because it's sad to say, he got some trauma like you had.